Welcome back. We bounced just a few hours north of our hometown and came to visit something that we've always known was a gem, but we've never done it.
We're in the Buffalo River area. We're actually staying at a place called the Outskirts of Heaven RV Park, which is up on the top of a hill.
In Kingston, Arkansas.
Yeah, really nice area. This is about a 3-mile round trip hike up here to the Crag. Pretty well isolated, nobody's really here. I know she had read online that parking was limited on the weekend, so we decided to come on a weeknight. So yeah, this is pretty cool.
So we are here at the Hawksbill Crag, technically known as Whitaker Point. That's kind of how you'll find it online. But everyone knows it as the Crag, or the Hawksbill Crag. We're trying to hurry to beat the sunlight, and we sure don't want to be in these mountains when the sun goes down.
We do have bear mace though.
We do have bear mace. There are big cats, there are bear, there are venomous snakes and spiders. We just have all the good stuff. We're walking along a cliffside on a very popular hike here in Arkansas. So we came on a weekday to make sure that we had a place to park, but we're excited to see what's at the end of this trail, because I think you're going to be impressed. Give it about 2 to 3 weeks and these trees are going to start turning pretty hard, and the scenic drives through here. I can already see some of the tops are changing. It's going to get beautiful.
Yeah, it's getting a little color to it already. And if you're coming out here, All Trails is definitely your friend, because just finding the trailhead was kind of challenging because Google led us down a road we shouldn't have been on. Once we got back on the road, it wouldn't repopulate because we have no cell service up here. Garmin didn't like the latitude, longitude that we gave it. So it was kind of like us driving, looking at All Trails and trying to go towards the trailhead and find a place to park. So All Trails is your friend at a place like this for sure. Let's go to the Buffalo River, she says. It'll be fun, she says. She didn't tell me it was all unpaved. Straight uphill. Well, we're only pulling an 11% grade now. We got up to 13 a little bit ago, and I'm just really thankful we don't have the trailer behind us, because we'd be in a world of trouble. Now, supposedly we're going to be there in 25 minutes, but I don't see us getting through this really rough dirt road in the next 25 minutes, but we're going to find out. So we have no service, and we had downloaded the map, but since we took the wrong road that Google didn't know was the wrong road and had to reroute, now we're trying to figure out where we're going. We're just gonna have to drive on up the road and see if they decided to put signs up. This is totally F-350 stuff.
We're like 95% sure that we're in the right place.
In theory.
But we brought the real stuff this time, none of this natural stuff.
Yeah, 'cause the bugs up here are no joke.
We have to contend with mosquitoes, ticks, chiggers, black gnats, occasional biting fly. Woo!
Got some of that in my mouth.
Okay, we gotta get going. We decided we were already going the wrong way. Yeah, that looks like a little better trail.
Oh, here's the sign.
What are you carrying on about? With this mosquito?
Oh, I put that off on it. Pretty much as soon as I sprayed it all over myself, a mosquito was just kind of buzzing in my ear for the first 10 minutes of this hike. Yeah, I finally killed him. I hit myself in the head hard enough. I'm pretty sure I got him because he's not buzzing anymore. So you're 0 for 2 on this trip.
On the roads.
On the roads.
This is wonderful. This is amazing.
The road to get into the campground, specifically the first half mile, if you were, I think somebody that is like on a drop frame, fifth wheel, a little bit lower to the ground, probably would have had a little problem with some drag because of some of the angles up and downhill. We made it okay after a thorough inspection, but...
Or if it was raining, it would be a problem.
If it was raining, I don't know that you wouldn't have problems in just a pickup, but...
We just passed a place called Sugar and Boogers. Apparently it's a barbecue place.
I think it was called Sugar Boogers. Even so.
It doesn't matter. Gross! You couldn't have done better than that. Arkansas.
We're at a severe slant. Yeah, 9-degree, just dead pull. You can't get any kind of a run at it. Well, the GPS thinks it's somewhere in here. Here comes a Jeep, and I'm not sure where he's gonna drive because I barely got enough room for a motorcycle to pass me, much less another vehicle. It just keeps getting steeper. Like, I would expect this at a Harvest Host or a Boondocker's Welcome or like BLM land somewhere. I wouldn't expect to pay $55 a night to take my RV off-road.
And we're still hoping we're in the right place. Definitely a payoff with that campground.
Absolutely.
You're paying for the views.
Yep.
And it is incredible. And the vicinity to a lot of really popular places, hikes, recreation. There's a lot to do here.
Make sure you pack heavy coming in because grocery stores and there's really nothing close by up here. It's kind of an isolated area. I think we're probably like 40 minutes to a decent sized grocery store. Just kind of have some situational awareness if you come out to these remote areas that the things you need may not be right around the corner if you forgot them.
But this view is killer. But we need to head back before that sun goes down and find our truck.
Yeah, this was definitely worth the hike. Awesome view. Spray myself with poison.
We passed one last couple heading in while we were on our way out, and she was hiking up here for her 40th birthday. They're gonna watch the sun go down. I'm out of breath.
And they drove all the way from Pennsylvania to do it.
Yeah, came from Pennsylvania to do this hike, and they brought flashlights, and they're gonna track their way out once the sun goes down. So good luck to them. I thought that was really cool.
We made it, finally.
Worth it?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, there's the hole in the fence. You naughty cows. Naughty. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
So I know that you said that you could go your entire life without doing another hike.
I don't think that's exactly what I said, but I did say after yesterday I'm about hiked out.
We're gonna do like this much of a hike to see something. And then the rest of it's driving.
Are you guys tired of seeing us hike in the woods yet? Let us know in the comments. Did you see the groundhog? I don't know if the camera picked it up, but it was kind of funny because groundhogs remind me of Charlie. So much, just the way they kind of waddle along the ground. They're a little faster than he is, but there's definitely a resemblance.
We're here at Still Creek Campgrounds. Just the river's a little low, but we want to grab a couple shots. The Buffalo River was the first national river.
And it's very pretty here. I don't know how much the camera picked up because we kind of had a shadow here late in the day with the mountains, but the water's crystal clear. It's just beautiful down here. There is a little campground, but it's tents only. I did see one small horse trailer and some horses, but nothing RV related, but man, it sure would be nice if it was, because this is a great campsite.
Very pretty. Did you know that there are elk in the state of Arkansas? They're not native, but they're here. And we're gonna go see if we can spot some.
Hope so. I'd like to see an elk.
Well, that was a surprise.
Yeah, we just kind of came around the corner. And
we're not even on the scenic drive where you can see them. There's quite a few out there. So I don't know if we'll see any more on the drive, but...
what rack on that bull was massive too. I don't know. I hope we picked it up good enough to show, because they were pretty awesome. But they were probably, I would guess, probably about 250, 300 yards from where we could go up to the fence line. So
let's see if we can
hopefully
get any vantage points over here, maybe.
we have a donkey on the road to our campground. Now don't make an ass of yourself. What are you going on about? What is that? No, house barks. Just house barks. Stay. 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 Free. That's a good girl.
How many forks did I bring? I brought a ton of forks. I don't know why. A lot of forks and one knife. That's what I brought.
Works, I guess.
So I have bad news, bad news, bad news, and news that depends on your mood. We should be okay on food. We're just not gonna eat anything exciting. Laundry is crucial.
Yeah, laundry's in bad shape. I'm kind of down to like, well, let's just say I'm recycling clothes at this point.
But we always rewear, but we were in a place where we were working with the cows. We were pouring sweat through our clothes. We didn't do a lot of re-wearing, and we thought, well, we'll just do it at the campground and put it off since we're visiting with family, and we were kind of busy last week. So it's we're pushing 2 to 2.5 weeks on laundry, and it is bad. It's bad, bad, bad. I used to think this shirt was funny until it became very, very true. Thank you, Jay, for these candied onions. They are amazing, amazing, yes. Amazing, amazing. Dog food is pretty low, but I think I can make the dog food work until we get to our next stop. I'm not saying this part is bad news. Depends on your mood. But my family's coming in a couple days.
Here? Why?
Because we're only a few hours from them.
How long has this been planned?
Since last night. You know my family doesn't plan. I always enjoy being around my family. It's always a good time.
But they complicate things.
My family doesn't do anything simple. There's a cabin on the corner that's booked, and my brother begged them to let him pitch a tent over here because that's the way he likes to camp.
There's technically no tent sites.
There's no bathhouses. There's no laundry, which I found out. And they were gracious enough to say, yeah, you know, we'll give you a fair price on that, and if you can find a place to do it. So I thought that was really nice. But this is not a tent camping campground. Just to be clear.
I envisioned 6 cars loaded to the gills with like 22 coolers for all this food for a 2-day trip, so we can get here and figure out that there's like 8 things that they don't have that they needed. It'll be a good time. It's just going to be a mess until it's over.
Let's go. Cell service up here is actually pretty good. We're on top of a mountain and we have several different options. Our Starlink's doing great, but our cellular's fine too. But once you start heading down, it's gone. It's a major dead zone through here. So I'm gonna get our directions going so I don't get lost and not be able to make it back. Made it to the laundromat. Only forgot one very important thing. And that's my wallet. So I have some cash. I think I have enough to get through laundry. But my whole point of coming and taking care of some groceries and running errands, I have to see how much cash I have. I got a couple necessities from the gas station and I have $14 more. So groceries aren't gonna happen today. They probably have a way for me to pay with my phone, but I don't know without walking in, and I really just don't want to. So I think I'm gonna try to get by with what I have. What do you have there?
So drove 40 minutes in one direction to get groceries. Left your wallet.
If I keep acting like this, Cody's gonna put me in assisted living before I'm 40. I gotta get my head on straight.
We're gonna make a checklist.
That's what we need.
Checklist.
That's what
I'm
we need.
gonna make you a Angela goes out by herself checklist. Many of the other checklists that we don't always look at, but we really do look at them all every time. I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing with you.
Oh, okay.
Just cleaning up the grill, we're gonna do a little steak night. One thing that's really tricky about my Traeger grill, as much as I like my big one, this small one gives me a lot of trouble. I'm actually kind of in the market to replace it. Like if you try to change temperature mid-cook, it either wants to overheat to like 600 degrees or the fire completely dies. Traegers, and I figure any pellet grill, if you don't keep the fire pot cleaned out, all that dust in there tends to catch on fire, especially if grease gets to it and it kind of gets hot in a hurry. So on the small one, I clean it every time I use it. On the bigger one, it's got a timer and it gives me alert usually around every 20 hours of cooking or so. But anyway, fingers crossed we can get through these steaks without a major malfunction.
Since it's just us and one other camper, we've both been playing a little loose with the leash rules. As long as no one's around, let the dogs run free a little bit in the daylight. Nighttime, there's probably some critters up in the sky that I don't want to let them run around too much, but they've been enjoying it.
Yeah. Little steaks and all the lambs and all the times.
people didn't get the memo that we wanted this campground to ourselves.
Literally got off work and there's like a million people here.
There's actually some ATV rentals that are close by. Apparently there's a zip line and treetop canopy tours that are just right down the road that are supposed to be pretty intense. So that's something else you can do while you're here. But the ATVs have been coming up and down this road all week long. My mom, my sister, and my nephew came in like late last night. Their ETA was going to be like 7:45 with cushion, and I think it was after 9 by the time they got here. They got lost a couple times. So they are an hour and a half later than they originally expected to be, and they are lost. Took them to a dirt road that eventually went into someone's barn. What? I bet they have no service and aren't gonna get my text, so we'll just see. And they only forgot a handful of things, like toothbrushes. All 3 of them forgot toothbrushes. But my brother is on his way later tonight with his 2 kids, and it'll be a good time. But see if I have some supplies that might help them out. You need to check out this cabin, it's really cute. Left Cody back at the house, and my mom and sister and nephew were going to go do a couple hikes, and hopefully we missed the elk, but hopefully they'll be back out when we come back through. So we'll see what we find.
An 1882 Ozark farm. People for miles around called him Beaver Jim for his skills with the trap line. Born and raised in nearby Boxley just before the Civil War, James A. Villines, 1854 to 1948, married Sarah Arbog and moved across the Buffalo to this farm in 1882.
The Depression Works Progress Administration. They came out to the Ozarks to help improve daily lives for farmers in this area, and part of that was these precast concrete floored privies, these outhouses. Eagle. You want me to eat that?
I don't know what it is.
You ready to camp?
Whoa, man! Subscribe to Untethered.
Nice.